Welcome back to Mega Psyche, where we talk about the psychology of love, attraction, and the patterns that protect your peace before they cost you everything. Today, we are talking about something that most men learn the hard way, and by the time they figure out, they have already lost years, money, confidence, and a version of themselves they work hard to build. The wrong woman does not destroy your life with one big dramatic moment. She does it slowly. Lost focus, drained resources, broken confidence, quiet damage that builds over months until one day you look up and realize you are nowhere near where you were supposed to be. Because some women do not come to build, they come to consume. Your attention, your protection, your resources, your peace. And then they leave you emptier than they found you. Most men do not lose because they are weak. They lose because they ignore early signs and call it love until it is too late. So today, Mega Psyche is breaking down 7 types of women you should never date. Not to attack women, but to protect your future before the patterns become too expensive to walk away from. Drop a 1 in the comments right now if at least one of these types has already shown up in your life. Because recognizing the pattern is the beginning of protecting yourself from it. Type 1, the liar by omission. This one is dangerous because it does not look like lying at first. She does not always say something false. She just leaves out the part that matters. She gives you the version of the story that keeps her looking clean and keeps you moving forward without full information. At the beginning, you do not even notice it. The attraction is strong. The conversations feel real. You think you are building something genuine, but slowly a strange feeling starts building underneath everything. You're always almost clear, but never fully clear. You ask a direct question and somehow get an answer that sounds fine, but does not actually answer what you asked. You notice details changing, timelines shifting, names appearing late, facts showing up weeks later like they are nothing. And when the truth finally comes, it does not come as truth. It comes as a shock, a betrayal. And when you react, she does not focus on what she hid. She focuses on your reaction. She calls you insecure. She says you are overthinking. She makes you feel wrong for noticing what is wrong. Here is the psychological distinction you need to hold on to. A mature woman can be private without being slippery. Omission is not I forgot. Omission is I did not tell you because I did not want you deciding with full information. And if she is comfortable doing that early when she is still trying to impress you, it does not get better later. It gets more advanced. Most men fail here because they see the inconsistency and try to compensate. They tell themselves she will open up later. But later is when you are already deeply invested. Later is when you have already attached your ego to the relationship. Later is when you start negotiating with your own standards. Type 2, the transactional dater. This type does not date with her heart first. She dates with a calculator. She is not thinking, is he a good man? She is thinking, what can he do for me? And how fast can I get it? And let me be clear. Providing is not the problem. The problem is when she treats you like a service rather than partner. You feel it in the tone. Conversation starts sounding like invoices. Warmth shows up when spending shows up. Everything becomes indirect pressure. She does not always ask directly. She suggests, she hints, she expects. And when you do not meet the expectation, her energy changes. She gets cold and distant. Not because you did something wrong, but because you did not perform the role she silently assigned you. Then come the lines designed to manipulate a man's sense of self. A real man knows what to do. If you wanted to, you would. Other men do not struggle with this. And a lot of men fall for it because they do not want to look incapable. So they start proving themselves without realizing they have stepped into a contract. Once you accept a contract, it never ends. Affection becomes tied to what you provide, and you do not notice how drained you have become until one day you realize you have been paying to be treated well. A serious woman appreciates effort, but does not reduce love to transactions. High value is not expensive. High value is consistent. Type 3, single in public, taken in private. In private, she can be sweet. She claims you. She makes you feel chosen. But outside, she is still available. Not always by words, by behavior. She avoids being seen with you. She dodges introductions. She posts her life, her outfits, her nights out. But your existence is missing like a deleted chapter. And when you notice it, she does not address the pattern. She gives you a clean excuse. I am a private person. I do not like people in my business. Why do you need to be posted? And listen, privacy is real, but secrecy is different. Privacy protects the relationship. Secrecy protects options. She will accept your time, your money, your effort in private, but will not stand beside you openly. And that creates a specific kind of damage in a man. You start feeling like you are not enough. You start doing more trying to become worthy of being claimed. But the issue was never your worth. It was her intention. If she is proud to receive from you, but uncomfortable being seen with you, you are not her man in the full sense. You are the man she benefits from while keeping her public image open for other opportunities. Make sure you're subscribed to Mega Psyche right now, because we bring this level of honest relationship psychology every single week. Type 4. She weaponizes affection and silence. At first, she is warm, consistent, and affectionate. But over time, you notice something. Love starts behaving like a lever. When you are acting the way she likes, you get warmth. When you are not, the warmth disappears. Not always with a fight. Sometimes with silence. Sometimes with coldness that feels like punishment. You find yourself replaying conversations trying to figure out what you did wrong, even when you did nothing wrong except speak up or set a boundary. And that is the conditioning. She is training you to associate having standards with losing peace. So you choose quiet over self-respect. You choose peace over truth. And you start shrinking. A mature relationship does not run on punishment. A mature woman communicates discomfort. She does not use intimacy like a remote control. Most men fail here because silence triggers anxiety and they chase, explain, and over-apologize. And every time they do that, the weapon gets stronger. Type 5. She keeps multiple providers and calls them friends. A woman can look completely single and still be funded like she is in a relationship. One man covers transport. One covers bills. One buys groceries or covers emergencies. And she calls them all friends who help. But grown men do not consistently fund a woman for nothing. Money does not move like that without expectations or emotional strings attached. And even if she swears nothing is happening, the deeper issue remains. She is comfortable receiving relationship-level support without relationship-level commitment. So when you become her man, you do not become the only provider. You become the main provider, while the others stay quietly in the background. And the moment you hesitate or say not this time, she already has a network. Most men fail here because they do not want to seem controlling or insecure. So they accept a setup that will always make them feel replaceable. And once you are replaceable, respect becomes optional. Type 6. She sells you dreams to keep you investing. This one is smooth. She does not beg. She markets. We will build together. I see you as my husband one day. I have never met a man like you before. You are different from everyone else. And it feels powerful because men do not just want intimacy. Men want meaning. Men want to feel genuinely chosen for who they are. So when she speaks future, you invest more. More time, more protection, more patience, more resources. But the future is always coming and never arriving. The relationship stays undefined. The loyalty stays unclear. The effort stays one-sided. And every time you want clarity and structure, she turns it into an emotional accusation. Why are you rushing? Do you not trust me? I thought you loved me. Now you are afraid to ask for basic direction because asking makes you the villain. And that is how men get trapped, by being turned into the bad guy for wanting something real. Time does not turn words into actions. Character does. And if she has to keep you attached with promises, it is because the reality is not strong enough to keep you on its own. Type 7. The attention addict. This type is not always deliberately destructive, but she is dangerous for any man who values peace. Because she is not loyal to you first. She is loyal to validation. She needs to feel wanted constantly. So even when she is fully with you, she behaves like she is still advertising herself. Flirty messages left open. Male friends with boundaries that shift. Posting for attention. Keeping old connections on standby just in case. And the worst part is how normal she tries to make all of it look. She calls it being friendly. She calls it networking. She calls it your insecurity. But a man can feel when his woman is for him and when his woman is for the audience. A woman can be beautiful, social, and confident and still be disciplined. Most men fail here because they think giving more will make her settle down. But attention addiction does not settle because you are a good man. It settles when she has genuine self-control. And if she does not, you will always feel like you are sharing her with the world. Here is what Mega Psyche wants you to walk away with today. This is not about hating women. This is about choosing the right woman before you lose years finding out the difference. Because the wrong woman does not just waste your time. She drains your confidence. She distracts your mission. She slowly turns you into a version of yourself you do not recognize or respect. So do not argue with red flags. Do not negotiate with patterns. Do not cast yourself as a hero sent to fix what was broken before you arrived. Walk away like a man who knows his value. Because the strongest men are not the ones who endure the wrong woman the longest. They are the ones who recognize her early and keep their peace completely intact.